Hey guys, Ivan is here, and I hope you enjoyed your holiday season and that you spent some time with your family and friends and enjoyed it. It's a magical time of the year, despite of what's going on in the world. So I do hope that everybody had a great start to this year. Today, I would like to chat about my 5 predictions for the real estate market in Toronto. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so prediction number 1 for 2022. The interest rate hikes are on everybody's minds and everybody's talking about it. It's definitely a hot topic for of conversation. And then the idea is that the interest rate hikes that are scheduled for mid this year will reduce how much buyers can afford in this market. And this is supposedly will cool the market off. Unless the interest rates will go extremely high, over 3.5%, we're not really going to see any changes in the market just because of the immense demand for properties and the extremely low supply of inventory. So for example, in 2018, the market did cool off after the 3 rate hikes. But it was also coupled with the newly introduced stress test. And the stress test was a big factor. It actually reduced the affordability by 20%. So yes, the prices did decline that year by 4.9% year over year, and the sale volume went down by 19%. But keep in mind that all of a sudden people were able to afford 20% less. So this is not the case in 2022. We're only looking at the interest rate hikes, not the stress test. The stress test remains unchanged, and so people are very much prepared for it. Prediction number 2 for the real estate market in Toronto for the year of 2022 is that the low supply of inventory is unfortunately not going anywhere. And you probably have heard it thousands of times, but this year I think we're looking at even higher demand than even last year. And the reason being is that the immigration is about to resume into the province. More people are going to coming in and call the province their home. Also, the interest rate hikes. This is a great motivator for the buyers to get out there and look for properties to buy before these interest rate hikes will take place sometime in the middle of this year. Prediction number 3 for the real estate market in Toronto in 2022 is that we're also not gonna see any price drops this year. There's no end in sight, unfortunately, for the rising home prices. And this is because of the 3 reasons. A couple of them I already mentioned. Locking a favorable mortgage rate before the interest rate hikes is definitely a motivator for the buyers. Secondly, choosing a home to weather the lockdown conditions is also a factor here, and of course the low inventory. The Canadian Real Estate Association is actually predicting a price increase of 7.6% countrywide and about 11.5% in Ontario. So even though the whole purpose of interest rate hikes is cool the market off, some people might think that the prices will come down. Well, they probably won't. Not just because of these 3 factors, but even if we look at the historical data from 2018, even with the stress test being introduced, the lower priced asset types such as condos and townhomes still performed very well. So for example, while detached homes went down in price by 4% that year in the city of Toronto, condos and townhomes went up by 9 and 10% respectively. So even with the stress test and interest rate hikes, the demand is so large. Okay, prediction number 4, perhaps obvious, but still worth mentioning. Consumers, buyers, and sellers will be using technology more and more. This became evident in basically 2020, the moment the lockdowns began. Here at Zoocasa, we noticed that people started downloading our app a lot more, and not just downloading it, but also using it a lot more as well, in terms of looking at virtual tours, looking at the sold data in the neighborhood to compare prices. It's just, and this is just one example. I also think that virtual tours and high quality videos will become more and more prominent in the market, and you will see a lot more beautiful listings and technologically enhanced listings will become more and more commonplace in the market. Okay, prediction number 5 for the real estate market in Toronto for 2022. This one, again, perhaps obvious, but I think that housing will become an election issue. It's definitely a political issue right now. The politicians are trying to figure out a way to increase the supply of affordable housing, and this year's elections are going to be focused on that. This is going to be one of the major topics of conversation. I doubt any party will come out with an agenda that will not mention real estate at all, because this is definitely an issue, and definitely needs to be resolved with the intervention of the government, specifically provincial and municipal government. Will probably need to work together in order to come up with a solution of increasing supply. Okay, guys, well, this is my 5 predictions for the year of 2022. I hope this was informative and that you have taken away some information that will be useful to you in your decision making regarding real estate. If you have any interest in discussing it further, feel free to contact me. It's quite easy. Just look at my contact info below. It's all there. And until then, take care. Bye-bye.